Well, just now we got the technical problem sorted out. Sorry for the delay. Till now, I was talking in another channel, I created a new link and I was talking there. If anyone is still here, we can talk. You can put your I'll be available here till 1 o'clock. If anyone have any kind of question, just I would like to put what I was saying. Companies are created to do business, but if you end up in making payment of fees to rest of companies, penalties, fees, or such kind of things to rest of companies or some other kind of thing, then it will be very, very disheartening because we do business to get some benefit out of it. If you are not able to get a benefit out of it, but whereas we are making payment from our pocket, it will be very, very disheartening. Means we do business for what and what we are doing. So it becomes very important to comply with the procedures of the company. If those things are not complied on time, that will lead to huge penalties. So one should be very careful and one should be very much aware of what kind of penalties can be levied if properly not handled. So in this session I'm going to talk about commencement of business. A company, a company which has been incorporated according to section 10A of Companies Act 2013. If a company is incorporated, then it has to file commencement of business. Commencement of business means they have to bring in the funds first. They have to bring in the money. Money should also be brought in through bank. Once you bring the money into the account, and what money you have to bring in? Initially, what you have promised to bring in your memorandum of association. You have given that you are subscribing this many shares of the company, and you will be doing business with that capital. Capital is required for various reasons, maybe like working capital requirement, as well as it may be for purchasing capital goods or something, giving advance, and all those things will be required. Because when we start a company, we have to begin from the start. That means everything has to be new, brought new. If you have already something, that is your personal. But when you go for a company, you have to have company's property, everything. In that case, you have to buy a lot of things. For that, you have to bring in your capital amount. If it is not sufficient, and then either you have to increase your capital or you have to find another source for bringing the amount. So when you bring the amount in your promises share capital in, then within 180 days of incorporation, you need to file a commencement of business with register of companies, and you need to file it to keep your business active. Otherwise, they will not allow the government will not allow you to file any other form. Any other form, in the sense, you cannot increase your authorized capital, you cannot file your preference shares, you cannot increase your paid-up capital, you cannot bring in further funds as capital. So all those things add up to a lot of things. So, and not only that, when you are doing business as a company, uh, and if you do not comply with all those things, then you will be liable to penalty. If you do not file commencement of business within 180 days, 180, 180 days within the date of incorporation, that is within the date of with the date of registration, then the company is getting penalized at 50,000 rupees. The company has to pay 50,000 rupees, and every director who is responsible for not filing the form within prescribed time limit, he will be liable to pay per day 1,000 rupees. Per day 1,000 rupees, that's a huge amount, and that is also per director. If two or three directors are responsible, then each director need to pay a 1,000 rupees per day. That means if you had delayed for 1 month, it becomes 30,000 rupees per director. That's a huge amount. That means almost it's going to be a 90,000 rupees if you have three directors in the company. So it becomes very, very important. It becomes very, very important to do all those things on time. Timely complying is also very important. So let us see is how and what need to be done. Once you incorporate a company, within means, the first thing is you have to uh, register for a bank account. Once you open a bank account, your money need to be deposited. The very first activity is opening a bank account. Next, the money need to be deposited. The capital money need to be deposited from shareholders to the company's bank account. Once that is done, then the commencement of business form need to be filed with register of companies. The register of companies has given 180 days up to which the form can be filed. But there is another catch. For starting your business, for starting your operations, you need compulsory to bring in you need compulsorily to bring in uh, the funds, and without filing the form INC 20A, you cannot start your business. If you do not start a business, if you do not start your operation, that is fine. But I don't think you got a company only to keep it like that without for not starting any business. So if you have started any operation already, you have violated. But still, I have sent all these mails to all you people who all are still under 180 days. So once you file this form, I think a little bit of additional fees they may charge, or maybe without charging any additional fees, you may be able to file. But it's very important to file these forms. Many people asking question, stating that uh, why a company, why there's a need of a company. It's a very, very, very basic question. Why there is a need of a company to do business? The business can be done even as an individual proprietor. It can be done as a partnership form, or as a Hindu undivided family, if it is applicable. Then a company is also there. What is LLP? You can also start your business in LLP mode. Then one person company, that is also a very good option. Go for a one person company. But again, when you're going for this kind of companies, you need to comply with the applicable laws. Otherwise, huge penalties will be put on you. It is very important to go and get advice of a professional in these kind of matters, maybe a chartered accountant, company secretary, or a cost accountant. They know much about it. So it will be very better if you go then. The cost what you pay to them will be very less compared to what penalties you'll end up in paying to government. So don't look for a little bit amount and uh, a huge amount in penalties. You're doing a business, you earn something. In a business, also you have to spend something for these kind of things. And company is very important if you are planning to go for any kind of loan or any kind of expansion, or trying to raise any kind of funding. Then company will be very much important. Without proper compliance with all the rules and regulations, Companies Act, Income Tax Act, um, the bankers, Bankers will never dispose a loan to you. They will never you make you to eligible. They compulsory ask for income tax. They will compulsorily ask for register of companies documents for finishing these things. So it is very important to comply. It's very important to comply with the applicable rules and regulations of the company. The company. So this is a small introduction. Sorry for the delay start. If anyone have any question, you can please go ahead. See, I will be very much interested to share with you why this video I am doing. A lot of people, a lot of businesses, they are not complying things on time, because of which huge payments are done. Government, suppose you earn a lakh rupees, for example, suppose you earn a lakh rupees doing business for an entire year or entire month, but you are stopped, you are not complied with rules and regulations. Penalties in that rules and regulation may take your entire profits. That is very harsh. Not only profits, but you may have to bring in further funds to keep that on tap. So it is very important to uh, comply with all the rules and regulations. It's good also because the rules and regulations are for the betterment of companies only. See, you need to prepare books of accounts, proper books of accounts every year. Okay, a lot of people feel that is very difficult, but actually, if you do that, if you do so, then only you will come to know what is your business, how much you are earning. Don't look like a compliance, but look like you want to know what is your earning, what is your business. Otherwise, just think is how you're doing business, but how you ascertain that you're going at a profit or it's a loss. It's very important to understand that at a certain point of time, how is your business doing, whether it is profit or a loss, or what things need to be done. It's also helpful in making some budgets or some programs or something like which direction you are going, and you can, while preparing that, you can also segregate your client base. Your client base in the sense, maybe we call it as ABC analysis. Means which client to concentrate, which client not to concentrate, those kind of things also can be done. But it's all means one way it satisfies the statutory point also, another way it will help your business to grow. Definitely, it will help your business to grow. A company is a form of organization, a form of business, which will help you to, which will allow you to accelerate now, to take your business to different level if you have the capacity to the right person. So you should be very much sure for that. You should have right person uh, and all those things. If you have any question, you may ask. If anyone have any questions, you may ask. If you have any question, you can send your question to my question. Send your question. Send your question to notification on there. mcspvt.com, and we will answer that. Any question? Then let us finish our meeting here itself. I'm closing the meeting, ending the broadcast.